Hi BookTube! My name is Sarah and welcome to The Bookish Knitter. And welcome to another daily reading vlog. Today is Tuesday. Happy Tuesday, everybody. It is the 17th of June. It's about 7 o'clock at night, so not much of a vlog. This is going to be more of a sit down and chat. And I think that my weekday videos, when I do these, are probably going to be more sit down and chat type videos. The weekends might be more of a more traditional vlog style of like actually going out and doing stuff. But in my personal opinion, a vlog, it's just kind of more of a sitting down, unscripted, just chatting, which is pretty much every video I do. I don't script. I mean, when I do my like weekend books videos at the end of the week, I do have like my list of the books that I read. And I do have my little cheat sheet. I give the main characters' names because I can never remember character names for whatever reason. I can remember plots, but character names always escape me. And, other information like how many stars I gave it, what part of the series it is, for a Harlequin novel, what number it is in that line and things like that. I make notes for that, but I don't script videos per se. And in terms of editing, and my friend Stormy was talking about this in one of her vlogs. I'm a little bit behind in BookTube, but I think it was from the end of May. And she was talking about editing, and, she doesn't really heavily edit either. But, like I'll put up a picture and stuff like that, but that's really it. Like I'm not, and if you are, good for you, but I don't do that, right? So I feel like my videos are just more vlog style anyway, regardless. And I think vlogs became popular on YouTube, and I'm talking YouTube in general, not just BookTube, but, YouTube videos in a way for like the big creators and stuff have always been much more scripted. And then they would create these second channels where it's like, oh, follow me in my daily life. And you'd get these vlog videos where, they're unscripted and they're kind of like, it's not just going around and going to different places and doing different things. It's more of that unscripted, it's basically like a diary in a way. That's how I look at vlogging, is like a video diary. That's what this is. So here we are for today's entry of the diary. So yesterday I had to go down to the hospital. I was going to record a little bit, but it actually was like, I at first was like, I was dreading going down because I had to have special blood work done. And I think I told you guys about this before, that it's a special blood work test that gets done to determine whether or not my heart is in rejection at all. They were doing biopsies at the beginning, and then the biopsies become a little too much. You're having them every week for the first month, and then it's every other week, and then every 3 weeks. And I mean, I had about 8 of them, I think, in like a 3-month span. So it's a lot. And it's not so much the biopsy proper, but it's the freezing too. Like the last one that I had done, they had to use so much freezing on my neck. It was really uncomfortable. It didn't hurt. It was just unpleasant. That's the easiest way I can explain it. So they decided to move me over to these blood tests because, knock on wood, I had been free of rejection. Or I have been free of rejection, I should say. So now they do these blood tests. So this blood test, they only do it 2 days a week, on Mondays and Thursdays. And they have to send it to a lab in California. They're working on getting a lab up here in Toronto. I think it's at the new facility that they're building at Sick Kids. Like they're building on like some sort of research facility onto the hospital for sick children, which is very awesome. So I think they're going to try and put this lab here. But anyway, this lab is the only one in the world that does this. The testing for this is in California. So it's got to be sent down there to be tested. And then it takes about a week for the results to come back. So, if for some reason, in case you're curious, if for some reason it showed that there was possibly rejection, then I would have to go in for a biopsy because that's like the gold standard. You know what I mean? And then it goes because then what they do in the biopsy is they take a little piece of the heart, and then the pathologist check it and all that good stuff. Anyway, I had to have that blood test done. So she actually, super sweet lady, the thrombonist. Is that what? No, that's I'm thinking of no. I'm thinking something else. Phlebotomist. That's what they're called. The thrombosis is the team that does when you're on blood thinners. Too many medical terms in my head. She noticed that I have standing blood work that I'm supposed to get done every week, but it's like a standing order. Like they have the requisition at the hospital, but I have it to take to my local lab to get it done every week closer to home. And she noticed that I had all this stuff, and she's like, "What day do you usually get your blood work done?" I said, "Usually on Tuesdays, because Tuesdays tend to not be as busy as a Monday for at the labs." And I booked my appointments ahead of time anyway. And she's like, do you want me just to do it now? I'm like, could you? So I didn't have to go get blood work done today, which was fantastic. I only had to get poked once this week, which is always the goal. Because this is from last week, you guys. I am bruised. That's from my blood work last week. Yes, that's where he took it from. Thank you very much. I said, please use my hands. They're far better. He's like, that's gonna hurt. Instead, he bruised me. So anyway, girl yesterday, nary a bruise. Professional. Anyway, so I had the blood work done, and I was done that by 11 o'clock. And then my next appointment was for a echocardiogram, an ultrasound of the heart. And it was not till 2:45 in the afternoon. It was 11 o'clock. I brought with me my books. I brought a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. I brought some cookies. I brought a bottle of water, and I was still drinking my big Starbucks cold iced tea. Basically carrying that thing around. And anyway, so I go up to the echo lab, and I'm just like, I told the girl when I walked up to I handed her my health card or whatever it was, and I'm like, I know I'm really, really early for this appointment. And she goes, oh, yes, you are, like this, right? And she goes, well, she says, if we have a cancellation, I might be able to get you in at 1 o'clock. And I'm like, that's great. I'm just going to go sit in there and eat my sandwich and read my book, and I'm very, very happy. Just leave me be. I'm good. I come prepared. I know that I'm going to wait in these places. So I no sooner sit down, I open up my e-reader and start reading, and the technician comes around. She goes, Sarah? And I said, yes. She goes, we're ready for you. They took me right away. Guys, I was home by 12:30. It was fantastic. And I booked the whole day off of work yesterday. So like I said, I was going to vlog, but the day just kind of happened real fast. It was really hot out yesterday too. And I was in the car, a lot of driving back and forth, and a lot of it stuck in traffic on the way home. And even though I had the air conditioning on in the car, it was still really hot. And I was just so wiped out yesterday afternoon. I just kind of laid up here with the fan on and just did some reading, and it was brilliant. So that was my day yesterday. So I'm sorry you did not get a video from me yesterday, but I did finish a book today. So let's talk reading finally. I think that's 7 minutes into this video. I'm not wearing my glasses. I am finished today. Last Chance Marriage Rescue by Katherine Mann. I gave this 4 stars. This was a Harlequin, or is a Harlequin, special edition novel. I will give my full thoughts on this book on Sunday when I do my weekend books video, but it was quite good. It was a second chance romance about a couple who was already married, if you didn't gather that from the title. And this is the first book in the what was it called? Top Dog Dude Ranch series. Was that it? I think it's the Top Dog Dude Ranch series. But yeah, it was super cute. Really enjoyed it. 4 stars. So the book that I am currently reading, let me find it here. Here's the cover. I'm currently reading Arctic Pursuit by Anna J. Stewart. This is a Harlequin romantic suspense novel, and this takes place in Alaska. And basically, these are 2 FBI agents, and they are partners, and they've been partners for years and years and years. And when they were first partners, he was married to somebody else, and then after they partnered, or no, she was already married when they partnered, and then he married shortly after they partnered, and then they both ended up divorcing their spouses. But they're still best friends. You know, nothing's ever happened between them. They know they don't want to cross that line, kind of an idea. And there is a witness that has been very, very badly hurt. She's in a coma right now. And she lives up in this small town in Alaska. And he's kind of going on, like, this isn't an official FBI case. He's going up there to kind of like watch over her and make sure that A, she lives and she comes out of this coma, and B, to make sure nobody tries to finish the job, basically. And so his name, our male lead's name is, see, I'm horrible with names. I'm horrible with characters' names. Oh my gosh, it's going to bug me. Her name is Ren, and his name is escaping me completely. I want to say it's Troy or something like that. I could be completely wrong. Anyway, so Ty. His name is Ty. So, I knew it started with a T. So anyway, ask me at work how horrible I am with names. I've worked with some of these people for years, and I know your face. I can't remember your name. Anyway, so he's kind of watching over this witness, and they're in the small town in Alaska. And Anna J. Stewart mentions in her introduction that she kind of based it off of like a real town. So there's this town in Alaska that is basically an entire apartment complex. It was built by the military. You can look this up on YouTube. It's fascinating. I've watched videos on it. And literally the entire town is inside this apartment. There's the school, the hospital, the grocery store, the church, all these apartments. And the only way in or out of this town is through like a tunnel through the mountain. And it's only open at certain parts of the day. And it's like, what happens if there's an emergency? It was fascinating. But this town is kind of based off of that semi. There are also other houses along with this big apartment complex thing, but it's very cool. So yeah, I'm about 40% of the way through this one, and I'm really enjoying it, you guys. It's a fast read, and it's a lot of fun. So I'm really, really enjoying this one. And the other thing that I am currently reading is Sweet Valley High number 10, which is Wrong Kind of Girl. I am almost halfway through this one. I still need to do my reading of this for today, so I should get a little bit more than halfway through this one today. And in case anyone is wondering, yes, that is Courtney Cox on the cover. Back in her, what was the video she did for Bruce Springsteen? Dancing in the Dark? Back when she starred in the Dancing in the Dark. She also did a number of, I talked about this the other day with Jennifer Cooley. Jennifer Connelly, not Jennifer Cooley. Totally different actress. Or Coolidge, that's who I'm thinking of. But Jennifer Connelly appeared on on a number of young adult romance novel covers, and so did Courtney Cox. I almost said Monica. So did Courtney Cox. So yeah, that is her there. But anyway, that's about it, you guys. I thought I'd show you my new hat, though. We went to the grocery store the other day, and I bought a hat. I know. But you guys know, this wasn't a Walmart, but a lot of grocery stores and stuff now have like clothing and all kinds of different things. And we were walking, we usually don't go by the clothes because they're not my thing, you know? But I saw this and they had these hats and I'm like, I absolutely had to have this hat. It says cowboy hat, but it's not. 'Tis a baseball cap. And I always get wary about wearing baseball caps with super short hair because, you know, I feel like I look bald, but I think I think that's cute. And I need a hat because I need to cover my face, you know, like from the sun, right? I know it doesn't get the back of the neck, but believe me, I load up on sunscreen top to tails, basically. But yeah, I really, really I love these trucker type hats. That's just me. But I just thought this was cute and I had to show it to you guys because it's my not cowboy hat. I want to go to a country concert now and wear it. Darn, I just need tickets to Morgan Wallen. Anyway, that is all that I have for you guys today. I hope that you enjoyed this video. And hopefully I will check in with you guys tomorrow. Take care and happy reading, everybody. Bye.